So, I've been playing Hellreaver since it was called Room 2, okay? I'm a veteran of the game. So, as such, I have a certain authority to tell you which weapons are good and which weapons are garbage doo-doo butter, okay guys? This video is basically me expressing myself and my passion for this game. I got introduced to it by a friend and I've loved it ever since. So, without further ado, let's get started. Also, just a short disclaimer, this is purely based on opinion. I may think one weapon is trash while you think it's godly, okay guys? We good? Okay, let's begin. So, rounding off D tier, bottom tier, we have the Railgun. Okay guys, there isn't really much to be said about the Railgun. It rewards good aim and deals good damage for that. The only bad thing is that this is a fast-paced arena shooter, okay? I don't have time to be aiming down sight lines, lining up the perfect kill. And let's not even talk about the damage, guys. If it did 100 damage instead of 90, it plays higher. But for now, it's going in bottom tier. Next up, in C tier, also known as low tier, we have the plasma rifle, guys. Like, again, this is a fast-paced arena shooter. You have guys running around at 30 miles an hour, and it's just so hard to hit them with the plasma rifle's projectile travel time, you feel me? Now, on the other hand, it does have good damage and plenty of ammo, so I'll give it that. So, this is where the tier list really thickens out, you know what I mean? In mid-tier, first up, we have the lightning gun. It got nerfed from Room 2, where you could just hold mouse 1 and win at the video game, but it's still pretty good. It does insane DPS, and it's just a good side grade until you actually find a gun. It's also broken beyond belief if you use it with quad damage. Just a suggestion, if any Hellreaver devs are listening, could you maybe make it cool down when you're not using it? That would be good, thanks. Next up in mid-tier, above the lightning gun, we have the heavy machine gun. Let's stop lying to ourselves here and just admit it. The heavy machine gun is just a better plasma rifle, okay guys? It only does 6 less damage, and it's hit scan as far as I know. All in all, a well-rounded weapon, well-suited for the middle spot in mid-tier. And, rounding out our mid-tier, we have the basic shotgun. It pumps out really consistent damage if you can hit your shots, peaking at 78 damage per shot with 40 shots in the clip. It also has a faster fire rate than the super shotgun, but the damage it does makes it balanced. It also has a tighter spread, I think, than the super shotgun, meaning you can hit your enemies for more damage farther away than the super shotgun can. Starting off A tier, also known as high tier, we have the Scythe. The Scythe is a glass cannon sort of deal, dealing a good amount of damage, almost an insta-kill on anyone who has full health and armor, although I don't know the specific damage numbers. Editor's note, the Scythe actually deals 200 damage. Thank you, McClintry, for providing that information. That is much appreciated. And it would be a crime not to talk about the bulletproof shield. You can whip it out anytime you like, and it'll block all incoming projectiles. Now comes the glass part from the term glass cannon. You have to get 2 kills to use it, and for every other use you have to get 3. You get a couple kills, you use it, and now you have to get 3 kills before you can use it again. I think that's a great balance thing, but maybe make the bulletproof shield use a single charge every time you use it. I think that would make it more balanced. Rounding off A tier, we have the rocket launcher. This weapon deals a decent amount of damage and has large blast radius. If you're at the center of said radius, the rocket launcher can deal up to 100 damage. It also complements this game's movement mechanics well, most people using them to double jump out of the blast radius before firing the rocket launcher at the ground where their enemy is. The only downside is that there's not a lot of ammo spawn points on each map, the biggest map having 4 spawn points and the rest having 2. And on top of that, each ammo pickup only gives you 1 rocket. But even if you got more than 1 rocket from each ammo pickup, and the rocket launcher had a faster fire rate, it still pales in comparison to the final weapon. The super shotgun. The sole S tier weapon. The gun that both humans and demons alike fear, and for good reason too. It uses up 2 shots from the 40-shot clip all shotguns share. To make up for that, the super shotgun deals a maximum of 216 damage, enough to insta-kill most players. It also has a relatively fast fire rate for something as devastating as it, approximating almost a second between each shot. The larger bullet spread makes it easier to hit your shots, which do 18 per pellet compared to the normal shotgun's 16 per pellet. It's also probably the most used weapon in the game, and for good reason. Anyway, that rounds off my unofficial Hellreaver weapons tier list. In my opinion, the game devs missed an opportunity to call the game Hellraiser, but whatever. Anyway, my name is Nate, I'm overworked and stressed, and you'll see me in the next video.